Hi, it's Bonny Greene from Remax Condos Plus in downtown Toronto. This is my market report update for the Harbourfront in Toronto and specifically on Queens Quay West. And this update will discuss what happened in the market there between the period of time from August 15th to September 15th. When I did my research for this period of time, I see that there was 63 condos listed for sale on Queens Quay. There were 13 of those listings sold. 23 of them did not sell, and there are currently 27 condos available right now on Queens Quay. So if we look in the last month and we see there were 13 sales and there's currently 27 condos available, that means there's currently about a 2-month supply of condos on the market, meaning if nothing else was listed for a period of 2 months, we would have enough supply to fulfill the demands that we're currently seeing in the market there. So let's break this down a little bit. Of the 13 condos that sold, there were 7 sales of 1-bedrooms, and there were 6 sales of 2-bedrooms. So if we break down the 1-bedrooms, we see that the prices were as low as $475,000. This condo had no locker and no parking, but it was very nicely renovated. It had a terrible view. It was looking directly at the Gardner Expressway. But it shows you that if you're getting into the market on the Harbourfront, it's now possible to get something below $500,000. So that's a positive for buyers out there. Now the high end of the 1-bedroom condos, the high end of the price range was $849,000. That was a real primo floor plan in the Water Club. The Water Club is the buildings located at 8 York Street, 208 and 218 Queens Quay. And what's so primo about this floor plan is it's a 1-bedroom with a den, but it's got 2 bathrooms. So a lot of people use the den as an office to work from home or a guest bedroom. This unit had parking and a locker, and it was on the market for 18 days. So that shows me there's a little bit of a softening in the market just from that one unit, because this is really one of the most popular floor plans on the Harbourfront. We see in general there's a lot more activity in the 1-bedroom and the 1-bedroom plus dens than the larger units, just because there's more buyers in that price range. Young professionals coming to the city want to get into the market. This is the type of unit that they're looking for. So the fact that it was on the market for 18 days shows me, you know, it's not enough to convince you, but it's one clue that something is kind of softening in the market, because 6 months or a year ago, a unit like this would have sold in 2 or 3 days and it would have had multiple offers. I will give you, it was priced on the high side, you know, like if it would have been listed at $759 or $799, they would have had multiple offers and it would have sold very quickly. So it was listed at $849 and that's what it sold for. So of the 2-bedrooms, there were 6 sales, and they started at a low of $629,250. This unit had no parking, but it had a really nice lake view. It had no balcony, and it did need a renovation. And then we see the high end of the price point for the 2-bedrooms was a unit that sold for $2,250,000. This was a 2-bedroom plus a solarium. And it was at King's Landing. So King's Landing is kind of one of the best buildings on the Harbourfront. It's located on the northwest corner of Spadina at Queens Quay. This one was a gorgeous unit with breathtaking lake views and a large outdoor terrace, and it was on the market for 36 days. So again, you know, you do see some of the higher priced units do take a little longer to move, but 36 days is on the high side. So next thing we're going to look at is what didn't sell. So of the did not sells, there were 12 1-bedroom units, 9 2-bedroom units, 1 3-bedroom unit, and 1 4-bedroom unit. And the average number of days that those properties were on the market before the seller decided to give up was 48 days. So right now I'm just going to pause the video and discuss a little bit about the changes that we're seeing in the market. So lots of the units that did not sell were quite lovely. Many of them had lake views. Many of them were in either fully renovated or great condition. Many were staged professionally and had high quality marketing materials. So this is kind of alarming because in the market, you know, anywhere up to a few months ago, something that was priced well and showed well and had a good lake view and was even staged would sell very quickly. So what we're seeing here was there were many units that had lake views, balconies, were renovated. They were fine properties, but they did not sell and the owners got frustrated and gave up. So now let's go back to what's happening with the market. Of the 27 units that are currently available, and again, that's a 2-month supply, I'm not going to go through all of the units that are available. I didn't find that there were many that were that great. So it was hard for me to come up with my 3 top picks. So what I did was I actually came up with 2. So my picks for this month, if you're currently looking for a property on Queens Quay, I would steer you towards a unit that's available on the 4th floor. It's located on the southwest corner of the Aqua building. This building is on the northeast corner of Spadina and Queens Quay. This unit has a great balcony. And overlooking the intersection there, you see the city to the north and you see the beautiful southwest exposure with the sunset views of the Lake Ontario. So this unit is 700 square feet and priced at $597. That works out to be about $850 a square foot. There were a few things I'd like to, you know, fix up in this unit. The bathroom's a little dated, but overall it's a spacious unit and it has a lot going for it. So the second pick that I have this month is at King's Landing, So again, King's Landing is on the northwest corner of Queens Quay and Spadina. There's a unit available there on the 2nd floor and it's 1,250 square feet and it's listed for $899,000. That works out to be about $719 a square foot. Now you know, it doesn't have a lake view. So being on the 2nd floor, it's overlooking the boulevard, but it's also overlooking Yo-Yo Ma's Music Garden and the marina. So it's quite a pleasant setting and the unit is quite spacious. It's a 1-bedroom, but it's 1,250 square feet. So if you could pick this unit up for about $700 a square foot, it comes with parking and a locker. There's lots of room left over for a really stunning renovation. So I guess what I'd like to summarize about this video now is we've definitely seen, in my opinion, the market has turned. When I think back to about 2008, there was a period of time that lasted about 6 months where the phones just stopped ringing in the real estate offices, and you know, prices dropped like 10% overnight because basically anybody who didn't have to sell didn't sell, and the people who had to sell, so if you have had a death in the family, if you are relocating for work, if you're having financial problems, if you're going through a divorce and you have to sell, basically you have to make the property attractively priced enough that it will motivate somebody to bring you an offer. And this is what I sense is coming. So we're still at a point, I think we're just past the tipping point where if you call me and you've got a beautiful condo that's fully renovated with the best, most spectacular lake view and all the ducks are in order and everything's looking spectacular, I think you will still sell and still sell quite easily. But we're seeing now is the ones that are just not a 10 or not an A+ property, maybe they're an A property, an A- property. This is where we're starting to see that the market has kind of softened. So my recommendations to you is that if you're interested in selling, some things you want to consider in this market, you want to be priced right below what the last one sold for, not above it. This is not a market to reach price-wise. This is a market where you need to steal the attention from the other 27 condos that are available. And the way you do that is by underpricing your unit, not drastically, but enough that it will get the buyer's attention. Other things that are important would be the presentation of the property. So you want to have the closets, looking spick and span. You want to have the cupboards organized. You want to go out and you want to get some new bed linens and towels for the bathrooms, have the books on the coffee table, dust everything, have your windows washed. You really want to put your best foot forward. I would even say that professional staging might be called for in this market. In some situations. It really depends on your property. If you're interested, please give me a call and I can come over and give you a complimentary consultation. So what are the reasons everybody in the know is saying that the market is going to correct? Well, there's a couple of things that have happened. So right now we have a lack of immigration. So, we had a lot of students or contract workers coming to Canada that are no longer doing so because of the COVID-19. So immigration has there's still some students coming, but it's been drastically reduced. So that's had a big impact on the condo market because a lot of the rental units are sitting there vacant. The landlords who are investors are getting antsy. A lot of them are starting to put their condos on the market for sale. If they can't rent it, they'll try and sell it. So supply has been increased, and there's also been an increase in supply due to people who live in Toronto who are now thinking, well, I don't need to work in an office tower anymore, or the movies are closed. It's not a time to be out there partying. So if we don't want to have all of the access to the theater and the concerts and the hockey games, etc. in Toronto, maybe it's a good time to move out of the city where we can get a detached home or a cottage that's 4 seasons and we can relax and we don't have to pass people in the elevators or the common areas. It's a little bit more safety in regards to the COVID protocols if you're living in a detached home than a condominium. So that's also affecting the market. And then there's a couple of other things. So the government did a 6-month deferral on mortgages, and those mortgages are coming due in September. So people who have not been able to go back to work, who have been paying interest only on their mortgage, now have to make their payments. Now, if they've been unemployed and they've got car payments and grocery bills and all of the other things that they've had to keep up with over the last 6 months, we do we have a fair amount of confidence there are going to be an increased number of bankruptcies, power of sales, people who just cannot afford to keep the home anymore. So we're expecting that there will be an even larger supply of properties coming on the market in the near term. And then also we have the end of the CERB benefit. So that's the Canada Emergency Response Benefit. That was originally intended to last just 6 months. The federal government did extend it for the month of September, but those funds are drying up as of September 27th. So people who have been unemployed and have been, managing to scrape by with the $2,000 a month CERB, there's some uncertainty going forward. So there's a lot of things that are coming together all at one time that are really making a lot of people feel a little insecure about the market right now. Having said that, everybody wants a condo, everybody wants to live in the city. So I think as soon as we have some confidence and some assurances that there will be a vaccine and that the vaccine will be effective in controlling the spread of the virus, I think you'll see consumer confidence return and then the market will heat up again. So what we've also seen is that this is a market for people who are very secure financially and maybe their business has been fine, it hasn't been impacted. We're seeing a lot of people upgrading their properties. So people who didn't have balconies are now moving to either a townhouse or a condominium with a balcony or a terrace because they want to have that outdoor space because they want to get the fresh air and such. So, and then also we're seeing people who've been doing well and have not been greatly impacted financially by the virus looking to upgrade to a better building or a better location or a better floor plan, a corner unit with more light. So there's lots of things happening with the market right now. I'm available, and I would love to talk to you. So if you are interested in getting having a meeting with me or having a property consultation, please give me a call, and I look forward to helping you out. Now, I'm getting better at these videos. I hope you think I'm getting better at these videos. So if you'd like to continue seeing these videos, it would really help my YouTube channel if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel. That way I know that my word is getting across and people are enjoying these videos. I will continue to put time and effort into these videos. So thank you for checking in. Signing off, it's Bonny Greene from the RE/MAX Condos brokerage in downtown Toronto. Thank you and stay safe.